Hi, my dear student. How are you doing? Okay, excellent. Welcome to our English class. For today, our topic is letter and our objective to learn about the structure of a letter. And also we are going to do a small review about the second conditional. Okay, let's start. Please, for this class, open your color book on page number 50. Okay, sorry, 60. Okay, 60. Let's start with the activity B. Okay, in this class we are going to talk about how you can help the environment. For example, if you want to help the environment, you will recycle the paper. For example, if you helped the environment, you would reduce the pollution. Okay. And there are a lot of examples that you can help the environment. And now we are talking about some examples more. Okay, pay attention. Number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. In this case, we are going to use the second conditional. Remember, in second conditional, you have to use the. In the clause if, in the sentence with the clause if, you have to use the past simple. And in the second part, después de la coma, you have to use the modal verb would. Excellent. Now, let's start. I help you with this part, okay? Listen carefully about what of this sentence you have to join with this part, okay? Les voy a ayudar. Usted tiene que escuchar a ver cuáles de esas oraciones van con la otra parte, okay? Listen and pay attention. Okay. Let's start with number 1. Okay, listen and complete. This you can do in your notebook. Esto podemos hacerlo en el cuaderno debido a que no tenemos mucho espacio aquí. Okay. Okay, let's start with number 1. Listen. If less water was used, there will be less runoff into the ocean and therefore less water pollution. Number 2. Listen again and write. If we eliminate harmful chemicals, it would prevent these substances from killing the coral. Okay, number 3. Listen and complete. If we walk or rode our bikes, it will reduce global warming and keep the water at a normal temperature. Okay, number 4. Final. Okay, you have to listen. If we pick up trash near the beach, it will stop litter from getting in the reefs and damaging them. Okay? Do you finish? Yes? Excellent. Okay, if you can do all of these words, put a tick. Si usted terminó todas estas oraciones, póngase un visto, my dear student. Okay, now please pay attention. Open your color book on page number 63. Okay, página 63. Excellent. In this page, we have a letter. When do you use a letter? For example, you can use a letter when you want to write a message or when you want to communicate with other people that it is far than you. Okay? Cuando queremos hablar con otra persona que está lejos de nosotros o cuando queremos escribir un mensaje, nosotros ocupamos una carta. But in this case, we are going to analyze the structure for a letter. Vamos a analizar la estructura de una carta, ¿ok? Activity D. Read the letter and ask the question in your notebook, okay? Please pay attention to the reading and you have to find this answer. You have to find the answer of this question, Why did Hannah write a letter? Why are freshwater ecosystem important? What problem does she point out? What action does Hannah ask Secretary Murphy to take? Okay, you have to answer and ask this question, okay, on your notebook. Este va a ser su deber. Encontrar las respuestas a estas 4 preguntas, okay? Let's start. Okay. In this part, you can see in a letter, you have to include the return address into top right corner and recipe address on the page below the returner address. Okay, this and this. Excellent. Then you have to write a greeting. Okay. En las cartas formales se pone la dirección, okay, de quién hace y a quién se remite. En este caso, cuando nosotros vamos a comenzar nuestra carta, vamos con un greeting. What is greeting? Saludo. Okay, that is so important. Greeting. And then you have to write the body. What is body? Cuerpo. Pero en este caso es el cuerpo de la carta. Okay. The message that you want to communicate. El mensaje que usted quiere comunicar. And finally, you have to write the closing. Despedida. Okay. Let's start with our letter. Secretary Frank Murphy, Department of Environment Protection. Please read this number. Lea este número. 421 Main Street, Norfolk, MA. Please now read this. 65,129. Okay. Now, one by one. Ahora, uno por uno. 6, 5, 1, 2, 9. Excellent. Let's start with the greeting. Vamos a comenzar con el saludo. Dear Secretary Murphy. Okay. I am writing to you because in this part, Hannah is writing about the reason that she is writing the letter. I am writing you, because the lakes and rivers. Please continue. Okay, very good. Continue with the reading. Are being destroyed. What is destroyed? Excellent. Destruidos in past. Now, and the second part say, continue with the reading. These freshwater ecosystems are extremely important to humans and the environment. Most of our drinking water. Remember, what is drinking water? Okay, agua potable. Excellent. Come from freshwater ecosystem. Okay. It is so important because this is the reason of esta es la razón por qué es tan importante cuidar de freshwater ecosystem. Now, in addition, they provide food and are used to water crops, as well as for leisure activities such as fishing and swimming. The problem, Okay, continue with the reading. Okay, let's check this part. Okay, in the next part say, the problem is that, in this part, she explained the problem, okay, the reasons of the problems. The problem is that humans are polluting this ecosystem. For example, in our community, a factory was built near Duston Pond. The factory has polluted the pond with chemicals, killing much of its wildlife, and making the water undrinkable, inbebible. Okay? If freshwater ecosystem disappear, it will cause a very severe water shortage. In this case, this sentence is using the second conditional. Why? Because they use the clause if. The sentence is using the clause if and the verb in past participle, comma, and the second part with the modal would. Aquí vemos que esta oración está ocupando el segundo condicional. ¿Por qué? Porque está ocupando la cláusula if, el verbo en pasado, la coma, y la siguiente oración viene con el modal would. Excellent. I am asking you to provide information to the public about the importance of this ecosystem. If you do this, it will focus attention on the issues. Sincerely, Hannah Martin. In this case, sincerely, and Hannah Martin is closing. Remember, it is so important, the structure. Okay, one more time. Una vez más, vamos a ver cuál es la estructura para una carta. In this part, you have the greeting. What is greeting? Saludo, excellent. And in this part is the body, el cuerpo, okay? And finally, the closing, despedida. Don't forget that. And your homework is this. Activity D. You have to answer this question on your notebook, okay? 1. Why did Anna write a letter? Why are freshwater ecosystem important? What problems does she point out? What action does Hannah ask Secretary Murphy to take? Trate de ver las cosas que están subrayadas. Le va a dar una idea de cuáles son las respuestas, ¿ok? Try to understand, use your dictionary, pay attention when you're a student of the structure in this letter, okay? Now, let's continue with your questionnaire. Please open your notebook. Okay, let's start with your questionnaire. Okay, answer the question. What is a volunteer? A volunteer is a person who works without paid. Or volunteer is a person who works in the zoo. Or volunteer is a person who works in the TV. What is the correct answer? Number 1. Volunteer is a person who works without pay. Una persona que trabaja sin salario, exacto, o sin paga. In this part, you have to read this paragraph, and you have to answer the question. What is Bethany? In this case, Bethany is a volunteer librarian. Bethany is a nice student. She is French teacher. In the reading, in this paragraph, say, Bethany Adams is a volunteer librarian. The correct answer is, she is a volunteer librarian. Excellent. Okay. In this case, you have a letter, and you have to choose or answer the question about what is the structure of a letter. Please read the structure carefully and select the correct option. Remember, In the letter you have to write first greeting, saludo, the body, el cuerpo, el asunto, and closing, the despedida. Excellent. For this reason, the correct answer is greeting, body, and closing. Okay, excellent. Let's start with this. Please read the paragraph and answer the question. What is Bethany's job? She has to put books on the. Continue with the reading. Okay, number 2, read please. Okay, and number 3. Oh, sorry. Number 3, read. She has to buy a lot of books of the library. Okay, what is the correct answer? The reading say she has to put books on the. Okay, and check books in and out. Excellent. And this, you have to practice reading. Please read the paragraph about Amy. Now, read and answer the question. What does Amy have to do? In this case, the reading say she has to tratar a las personas enfermas, sick patient, pacientes enfermos, and teach them healthy habits, enseñarle hábitos saludables. Very good. She has to make healthy food? No. She has to cook a lot of food to sick people? No. Okay, this is your questionnaire, my dear students. Please copy on your notebook. And this is all for our class, okay? Take care, my dear student.